There we go. Hello, everyone. Hello. I hope you're having almost a wonderful Sunday. Hello, people from YouTube. Hello, people from Twitch. Hello, people from X, Twitter, whatever heck you guys are called nowadays. I don't know. I don't care. Okay, well, somewhere around the lines, I kind of just gave up. I don't know. I will call you the being of 1,000 names. I think that sounds cooler. We should name the app that. The being of 1,000 names. The beings of 1,000 names. No, actually, no. I think the first one was better. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. There's so much that has happened this past week, chat. As per usual, there's a lot of stuff that we always have to be like, this happened. Well, shit. I don't know what to do now. My whole life is full of pain and full of wonders. However, I still live. But there's also good news too. If you guys are well, I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys heard me talk about this, like yapping about like once or twice. And this is about Mythos and the big additions that are opening up. This is just a reminder for all of you guys. Also, going on to the other topics is, you know, there's a lot of stuff going around with like age checks nowadays, and I'm kind of just surprised about it, not gonna lie. And obviously we have, like, you know, our own little section of meanwhile, as we always like to do. So let's get right into it, everybody, and let's see what crazy shit has happened this past week, because there's a lot of stuff that's happened this past week. There we go. All right, so first of all, we have the Mythos going on with their auditions. They're looking for 3 female goddesses from a new era of changing mythical gen. Applications will be open for 14 days. This came out on the 16th, so there is still some time if you are interested in applying. The models are, I'll be honest with you, the models look like they're already set. I am actually very curious to see how they look, because I'll be honest with you, I do like the concept of Mythos. I'm pretty sure you guys remember Moist Critical, aka Charlie. He actually did, like, you know, the intro. It's like, hey, this is Mythos, and I was like, holy shit. I'll be honest with you, I was like not expecting Charlie to do that. It's such a small agency, and I was like, holy shit. If Charlie is backing it up, this seems pretty legit. Just saying. But yes, if you are female, you're looking to be a part of a small talent agency, apply to Mythos. You know, they got 3 spots. 3, 2. Wait, hang on. Tres. Wait, hang on. Yeah, no, wait, hang on. I was right. Chat, I do not know how to do Spanish. I think I just angered the whole world. Anyway, going on to the next big topic that we have, and that is from Pirate Nation, and this is the H checks. Yeah, Judge is like, oh, H checks. Yeah, so H check verification lobby pushes for the VPN H checks. Yeah, you know, everyone's like, oh shit, that's not good. Yeah, the campaign for kids advocates age verification for VPNs in the US to prevent minors from accessing adult content online. Okay. Okay. Anyway, I was gonna, you know what I'm gonna say? I was like, okay, look, chat. Okay, you know what I'm gonna say? You know what? I'm just gonna say the go fashion thing. I like to say, life, life finds a way, chat. Life finds a way. Okay, got it right here. Life finds a way. That's literally it. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. This one right here is gonna be quite interesting. Not gonna lie. Because you know how I said life finds a way. Yeah, people are not liking this right now, to be honest with you, with like the H checks for the VPN. I like the way there's like one comment on there. It says, knock knock, who's there? Doxing who? Doxing you. Oh shit. Oh my god, that's crazy. And then another comment says, a major Trojan horse needs to be stopped being bringing the, you know, blah 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 blah, and actually watch the kids like they're kids. You know, like, what the fuck? Yeah, there's a lot of comments on there. I'll be honest with you. If if you're worried about your kid, going onto those sites right there, they got this thing called parental controls. I'm pretty sure you've never heard of it, chat. It's called a setting on there. It's literally called parental controls. Are you just? I kind of hate that because I'm like really technology savvy. I was always that right there, and I always knew most of this stuff right here, like in settings wise. A lot of people don't know that you can actually put like medical in case you are, knocked out, and the only devices you have is your phone. First responders. I thank you all so much for doing what you do. Yeah, like for them, if you can actually go into settings and actually it's different from like model, like if you have an Android or an Apple product, but you can actually put down your blood type and what you're allergic to on there. And when a first responder say you're unconscious, it picks up your phone. If they hold, I think it was like to hold the power button, or no, hold power, hold the I think it was like the home button. I forgot what it was, but I haven't used it in a while, but I have it on mine. Oh, here it's literally called the emergency. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, it's literally that. Yeah, hang on, let me get it. It's like, I believe if you hold the power, yeah, it's you hold the power button, and yeah, that's literally what happens. You hold the power button, and it's able to pull up emergency information, and like if you're allergic to, a lot of people don't know that. You should really look into doing that. It's really helpful, and especially emergency contacts, so they can actually get a hold of somebody. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this though, VPN, because from what I've been doing, and so far as my understanding before I even did this, VPN pretty fucking nice. It keeps you safe. People won't spy on you and all that kind of shit. And but wait, hang up, they're pushing for age verifications. Okay, you know what? I won't be honest with you. Kind of fucked. But this is on, dude. I won't be honest with you with this right here. This is more like people who are like cannot watch their kids, so they just were like, "Hey, I can't watch my own kid, but I will make your life a living hell." And they always go back with children though. They're like, "It's the think of the children. Think of the children, chat. I'm the children." Is literally how I feel. Is how they're responding to that when they put like, they're like, it's always children though. They always put it to children. Am I not wrong? Like, oh my god, like a tire is made out of rubber. We gotta put like some kind of like age restriction on there so that kids won't play with it. Think of the children. They just don't want you to go on your fucking vehicle. That's literally the reason why. I'm just saying, it's literally that. Like, it's always the children. I can go on to this for a while. Not gonna lie. But let's go into the other thing. Chat. Well, before we go on to the other thing, remember these words I'm about to say right now to all of you. The children need to learn the hard way. I had to learn the hard way. Let the children learn. Give them some string, a fish, and 8 cartons of lube. Just so like, wait, what? Trust me, they'll learn. They'll have to learn. They will learn from their mistake, and then they'll realize not to take any of those items from anybody. Just like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? I don't know. I mean, hey, if you want to try, be my guest. Next that we have, and this is Google search also pushing required age verification if YouTube prompts it, indicating the YouTube flags affect your entire Google account. Okay, chat, I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty sure you could watch VTubers for certain reasons why that I'm not going to go into, especially the female ones. You know who you are. You know who you are. All right. So, anyway, so this is Google. I swear it's going back to the children because the main reason for this right here, again, this is the main topic right now. It's children. That's literally everything's going right now. Is just think of the children. Think of the children, chat. Think of the children. Please think of the children. I'm the children, chat. I am the child. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is crazy. I like how people are just saying, "Well, it's time to ditch Google and go to Brave browser." By the way, Brave Brave browser, and is Opera GX. Pretty good. I kind of like it. Opera GX has a lot of customization. Brave has more of the stuff that you would want to use. So if you don't want the customization and you just want to actually do the stuff that I'm not going to actually tell you what you can do, use Brave or Opera. You know what? Forget Google. You know what? Just forget the internet. You know, chat, I have an idea. Let's take out all the satellites in the whole world. We'll go back to cavemen. Go unga bunga. I'll live. I'm a lion. I am what you call an apex predator. However, this apex predator is no longer an endangered species because apparently the awareness was put out there. I hate you guys for doing that. But yeah, oh god. Some people are already like putting that out right there. Like this one right here, it's gonna get worse. Time to de-Google and all that kind of it's getting crazy. Like there's so much stuff going on right now. It is just absurd. Yeah, so now you gotta share your ID, you gotta take a selfie, you gotta use your email address, you gotta put your credit card. You won't be charged. Any transaction fee will be refunded. Hey, none the fuck? What the hell is that supposed to mean? It's kind of sus now. I'm kind of freaking out now. It's like, what the fuck is that supposed to mean? Your credit card won't be charged. Why are you asking for my credit card? Bro, just ask me for my social security. Sorry. Ask me for my fucking social security now at this point. Like, what the fuck? You wanna know? Hang on. Like, at this point, just take off my face. Just take off my face and put it on you. You know what? Like, we'll just do that. Yeah. Just do that. Yeah, no, like, just fuck it. I mean, they are taking this up, and you might as well just take your face, your hands, your, you at this point, just, like, you know what? Just take us. Yeah, that's literally it. Oh, wait, hang on. That's kidnapping. Anyway, so yeah, they're just going to kidnap us at this point. I'm just saying. I like how there's one comment that says need someone to come up with a different internet and quick. I mean, there's the other browsers are literally like Brave and Opera. Opera's for gamers. If you want to have like cool things, chat, do not clip this and send this to Mom Spooky or Papa Nero. Also, I know I have to update this one, but this one looks really cool. See, you got this one. You got like this cool background. You're able to customize it with all these shaders and stuff like that. It's really nice. However, I have not found something that looks as fire as that one. It's got like 2 of my favorite VTubers in there. It was 3. Unfortunately. It's crazy though that what happened though. But anyway, going on back to the main topic. Yeah. Yeah, go use Brave or Opera. Either one of those 2 will work. Next that we have, and this is also breaking news, this was 18 hours ago. And this is Markiplier is once again in the hospital. Yeah, he hasn't given the exact reason yet, but advise viewers is to chew your food and has a history of bowel obstructions, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people do remember. He's gone to the hospital quite a bit, so this is like another time he's gone back. Hopefully he's a lot more better though when he comes back, because it's I don't know, every time, like, dude, Markiplier is always so fucking chill and it is crazy, and yet it's like he's always going into the hospital every now and then and taking like a break, and I'm like, oh my god, that's crazy. Is it not crazy? It's like every time it's like, oh dude, this guy's so cool, and then like he puts a few videos and then has to go back to the hospital. It's like, brother, what the fuck? God has given you a horrible bowel ingestion kind of thing right now. Like, yeah, your intestines are whack. That's literally all I can say. RNGesus was not on your favor. You were supposed to roll a 2 and you rolled a 4. You fucked it up, man. Oh god, I hate when that happens to people. There's especially those with immune deficiency. Yeah, that one's like really bad RNG. Chat, make sure to donate to the Immune Deficiency Foundation. Next that we have, chat, is our little favorite segment right here. And that is the reaction segment. And unfortunately, I know I haven't been keeping that up on this right here, but I'm actually very happy because the first time in like 10 years, yeah, 10 years, no, 12 years actually, you know, the first time in 12 years, chat. Let's go. Let's fucking go. I had to get like really close to my mic right there. And that is the most deplorable disgrace of an actual human being, and that is a Johnny Salami, aka the human punching bag that has gone sentience because I used black magic one time and it was terrorizing the people in Korea. He is now going to prison. Cinema. Chat, do not do black magic on punching bag again. This is what will happen. Anyway, let's go on to a video with I don't know how to say his name all that well, but it's Atozi. We do follow him, and I did see this, and I was kind of happy about this. So I'm like, yep, he is absolutely fucked. By the way, he's not even done with all the charges. Just to let you know, this is like merely a fraction of the charges.
This is a disrespectful IRL streamer walking out of court realizing he's completely destroyed his life. And now he's facing a max sentence of over 40 years in prison once you add up all of his charges together.
Woo, yeah, baby. That's what I'm waiting for. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Chokes on air. Yeah. 46 years for his brain rotted pranks. In quotations, pranks. Yeah, 46 years. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Don't send him back here. We don't want him. As someone from the U.S., as from Texas, I can clearly say, as a state, we don't want him back. It's the first time, like both sides of the aisle in Texas are like, yeah, no, we don't want him. I can't even speak. Unanimously, all 100% are like, yeah, no, we don't want him back. You can keep him. That would be absolute fucking cinema if that were to happen. Like a whole fucking house in the US, if he were to do something, saying yeah, and then it comes up and it's like everyone's just like, we don't want him. Like literally everybody, like just straight up, no hesitation, we don't want him. Anyway, next part. And then they go back to arguing. Dude, that would be fucking wild. That would be cinema right there. I would love to see that. And then he'll just be like emotional damaged. He ain't gonna live past, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, 46 years. He's not gonna live in prison for 46 years. I give him a fraction of that. At best. At best.
6 of which he's already pleaded guilty to. And things just keep getting worse for this guy because he refuses to apologize. He keeps on doubling down on his moronic behavior, and at this point, he's just completely digging his own grave. To the point where he's honestly really going for that #1 spot of the Influencer Hall of Fame of morons. Now, you may be asking, how is this
he's the
possible?
king of it right now.
Built an entire career of harassing people in public. He went to Japan to do exactly this. And quickly found out because people started confronting him all the time. And it's crazy how much I called what was going to happen over 2 years ago.
You're from America?
Yes.
So am I.
You're from America?
Yeah,
Man.
What do you do?
No, I'm just gonna say this right here, and this is just, I'm sorry for the pause again. I think Kick was probably the worst idea ever made because it gave people like these idiots a platform. That's my thought.
We will do again.
Do what?
His career path is now limited, to say the least. He can keep streaming to the morons who are entertained by his behavior, but at some point, being disrespectful like this will either get stale or it's going to catch up to him in the worst way possible.
But back then, he ended up being chased down by alleged Yakuza members. He was forced to apologize multiple times, but because he didn't do it in a sincere way, he ended up fleeing Japan for Thailand.
Bangkok. Oh no, 2023. Oh no, Bangkok. I'm sorry. Whoa, that guy just depantsed. Whoa, that guy. Whoa. Man, Bangkok. I didn't even know that's where he went. I thought he just like left. I thought he just like despawned, like dead ass.
Oh, police are here, guys.
Oh god, dude, For the people in Bangkok, I'm truly sorry that we had to deal with. Yeah, I had to deal with that. I thought he despawned from the planet and then just spawned back in, like out of nowhere. You know, just like loading up a checkpoint. And I actually thought that's what happened. I thought he went from Japan to Korea, and it was just like a huge hiatus in between. I thought he just like despawned and then just spawned back in, like loading up a checkpoint in a video game. Like, what the fuck? That's where he was, but god damn it. Ice Poseidon. And he's always with Ice Poseidon though, which is fucking weird. Ice Poseidon's also going to get his time too, so you know.
No worries, I won't bring that heat up.
Maybe throw it down like a bike, no kickstand. I've been feeling stuck in this life, no quicksand. Shit ain't coming quick, but I ride.
Oh shit, he's got a bike.
Coming up like big fan. Turn down one band for more bands, have more planes, a core fan just stacked up with smacked up. I fell, then got back up.
申し訳ありませんでした。申し訳ありませんでした。
He didn't mean it. Oh, I remember that where he slapped that.
They don't know your name like it's what you call it.
I remember that when he slapped that lady's butt right there. I remember that. That was like a huge clip. I feel so sorry for her, but she kept it very professional.
And he immediately made his way to the refrigerated section to buy soju, a traditional Korean alcoholic beverage normally made from either rice or sweet potatoes. And with this, he starts harassing the local citizens of Seoul.
Some of these drinks right here, I do want to try. They look really good.
Obviously, this venue was packed, and he ended up running up.
I remember Tara, I believe, has a lot of that
stuff. So not long after he goes live here in Seoul, Korea, he immediately jumps up on this stage and interrupts a televised performance.
Oh no. I remember this. Oh god.
To start worrying if he was going to get arrested or not. So they made a run for it and ended up
look, it's a Galaxy 4-7 Z7 Flip. Galaxy AI.
And here he only rode the bus for a few stops until the bus driver actually threw him off the bus, which in South Korea can easily be a business disruption charge, which
yeah, there's
he's currently
they have a
4 of. And you can really tell.
I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you think this stuff, like if you ever have to do stuff like this just to get attention, don't do it, because it's just like you're gonna get attention, but just not the way you want it. Just saying.
How uncomfortable his friend got with Johnny because he immediately left him because that was the
listen
last
to
time
the listen to the anime boy that's inside your device.
And soon after, he went to this market and bought a fish, went onto a bus, and started harassing people with the fish and playing North Korean propaganda. And when people asked him to stop multiple times, he did what he always does. He laughed in their face and didn't do so. So he was eventually confronted by the police, lied to them, so they let him go, and then he continued what he was doing to begin with, and then he was confronted by the police again, and then he lied to them again, and then he was let go yet again. The cycle just keeps repeating with this guy, but unfortunately, they just kept a tally and kept charging him with more and more charges.
I feel so sorry for those people over there that have to deal with this guy.
I've said it many times. I don't give a I have no morals. I'm a sociopath. I don't give a Put this in your next YouTube documentary. I don't give a fuck. I want to apologize to the Korean people.
And at this point, I guess he just felt completely invincible.
You don't give a
here
fuck.
in South Korea, so
that was obviously a fucking lie. Oh yeah, I remember. This is when it looked like he was like, dude, that woman was smart. Look, I'm just gonna be honest with you. If you're gonna be that person to do that kind of stuff, chat. If you're gonna be that person to do that kind of stuff, chat. Like nuisance streamer. Like going up to people, like throwing stuff at them, acting like a baby in front of like a huge public crowd, like that thing that he did like in South Korea. I'm pretty sure you guys remember that. Oh my god, that was so fucking horrible. He went up there, played North Korean propaganda to like dozens of people just wanting to like listen into just some music. And it was like, I am surprised he did not get arrested right then and there. I'm just saying. It is just, it's just like, come on, like, normally, because look, okay, chat. I know for a fact that North Korea, you know, that stuff right there is not allowed in South Korea. There's like a law on that right there, and I don't think they even charged him with that yet. So. Because he's going to, like, was it like 42, 43 years in prison in South Korea for a fraction of the stupid shit that he's done, which is most of his disrupting businesses. You saw the 7-Eleven. There was this one right here. And then there was like, I'll be honest with you, he has disrupted probably like more than like 2 or 3 dozen businesses in South Korea alone. And some of them I didn't even know about because one, I just leave it up to the people who do watch them. I honestly do not know how they do that. I'm assuming they have themselves strapped to a chair, or they have their buddy strapped to a chair with duct tape put on his eyes, and he has to watch and actually clip everything. Like his hands just like duct taped to like a mouse, and he has to do that. I honestly feel like that's a form of like cruel and unusual punishment. I'm just saying, like, you cannot just like watch this shit and just like be like, ah, yes, I can definitely watch this. No, dude, like even watching his clips are just like horrible. They're like so horrible. I can't even think of a fucking word because that's how bad it is. Like holy shit. Anyway,
French, no English.
And this is what brought me to Seoul in March of 2025 because he was
I'm kind of glad though he's going like now 40 years, dude. He's probably gonna spend life in prison. I honestly, I don't even give him 40 years.
And honestly, I was in complete disbelief.
Not even
I've
40
never
years at
seen a
that.
person
I give him
who
half
clearly
that.
knew better, act this dumb, and completely destroy his life for zero upside. By March of 2025, he'd already been stuck in Korea for months, and finally, he had his opportunity.
The one thing
to
that
just
Korea,
apologize.
the one thing that South Korea did right that Japan didn't do, they kept him there. They just denied him that opportunity to run away. That was really nice.
Take his penalty and go home. What did he do though? Absolutely not that. Instead, he chose to insult the judge and judge's family just days before his trial, then show up to his trial over an hour late drunk.
The judge, the prosecutor.
Wait, hang on. He did that. I know he was late, and then showed up into the. I know he was late and showed up drunk. That's all I know. I did not know about the other part. What the fuck? Yeah. Isn't that also a crime too? Like in every country where you cannot like do shit like that because it's considered like assault or some shit like that, or it could be interpreted that way. I don't know. I forgot what it was called though, but there's some kind of charge for that too. That is insane.
Y'all can suck my causing anxiety by carrying a fish. Tell the judge you can suck my. I'll bring a
Make a
fish to your
dumbass
mother's house.
detective. That's basically how everyone sees it. He even had that hat on.
Is there anything you want?
I remember this too. That he was thinking like all the rules that were inside the US also apply outside of the US for him. Like freedom of speech and all that kind of stuff. Like what the fuck? Also, hello Psycho, how are you? I actually do agree with that right there, 100%. I honestly feel like that will be the thing every time we see something stupid. We'll just put it on big red words when we know he's about to do something really cringe and really stupid. Because obviously this is going to get edited down for YouTube purposes.
Want to say? Do you admit the charges?
Yeah, I like how he's
Don't
like
you
really
want to
quiet
apologize?
right now and not really want to talk.
Now, as you can probably see, that was a complete disaster before, during, and after the trial.
Wow,
So did he take
that was
this as
just
a
a
massive
complete
wake-up
dumpster
call to
fire.
maybe sharpen up, start apologizing, and get his stuff together?
He ain't gonna get his
Absolutely
stuff
not.
together.
He continued to live stream himself committing felonies.
Stop this man! Stop this man! He's harassing my girlfriend! Go away!
At this point, I don't even know.
I remember that. I
How is this
remember the
person
translation
real?
that
And
the
this is what's
community
brought
did
us
to
back
that.
now
That was
in
not.
August of 2025 because he's
That
now
was not
wrapped up
nice.
8
What he was doing.
charges.
Ah, yes, August 2025. Still South Korea.
So we're now on our way to interview a guy by the name of Jung Do because he hit me up the other day and he claims that he sucker punched Johnny in the face and he wanted to take us to the
Give this guy a Nobel Peace Prize. He sucker punched Johnny Somali in the face. This guy's a hero. I'm just saying. He's a hero, a legend. He'll be remembered.
spot where he did it and give some backstory to why he did so. We're standing here in Guangzhou Market, and I'm here with Jung Do, who infamously punched Johnny Smiley in the face.
Red Dead Redemption enthusiast. Holy shit, this guy's a fucking legend. Holy shit. Red Dead Redemption enthusiast and sucker punch Johnny Somali.
So the reason why I did it is because he was assaulting people in my country.
This guy's fucking badass. Holy shit.
Made me feel like furious. Made me go like blind rage just by harassing women and children and elderly people because for its clouds, and also desecrating the statue that memorializes women who were forced into slavery, sorry about that, by Japanese imperials, which, by the way, most of them are underage. So after he did that, I just like, you know, screw it, I'm just gonna risk it.
Because you're in your 20s, I'm assuming most people...
Yeah, I remember that one right there. I think he lubed up. Yeah, that was the thing. He lubed up and did that shit to that statue. And I was like, I can't believe he did that. I honestly cannot believe he did that. The fact that he did that and didn't even know what the symbolism of what those statues meant kind of showed exactly that right there. Like, yeah, the mega dumbass detected. Yeah, we're just gonna put that right there. Like, every time we see a clip right there, we're just gonna have to put mega dumbass detected. I'm just gonna imprint that in my mind every time I see something come up.
People in Korea in their 20s,
and there's still a lot of stuff coming up. Hey, look.
Or...
Yeah, where everyone's just sick of him. Most people recognize him for wrong
This person's
reasons.
like, what the heck are you doing?
How were you able to track him down?
So to make it short, I was about to like, you know, do some of my personal like problems dealing with like accounting things. So then all of a sudden, around like 2 or 3 o'clock, Johnny was live streaming.
So I'm just gonna say this right here. I'm actually surprised a lot of people just like he was the only guy that sucker punched him. I honestly felt like there should have been more people that did that. But then again, I think they all isn't there like a lot of like rules put in where you can't really do that kind of stuff? You can't jump a guy, even though he was really, really stupid on insulting like an entire country basically. I think more than once too. So which is just insane. Anyway, let's get back onto the video.
Decided to call my friends, so we decided to gather in the Discord call and told them, guys, this guy is streaming. We gotta figure where this guy is. I know where his house is, but I'm not sure if you go to other places that I'm not familiar with. So can you guys track him down while I'm riding a train? And it was like, sure, go ahead. So basically the 4 of us figure out where he's going. Man, it was like a really long journey. And it kind of point I was like really exhausted by it. I was like really close to giving up. And then until one specific spot that helped me find this guy. It was a coffee shop right here.
Oh, so it was the White Button Coffee and Dessert?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
But it's all because of this place that I figured it out. And all of a sudden I was like filled with just adrenaline coming up. In my mind, this one music from...
I just saw that right there. That's psycho. I would have lifted him up over my head before slamming him down with an E-Bane style. Falcon Punch. Wow. I mean, I honestly feel like everybody will be doing like fight moves on him. Like, you know, doing all those combo breakers, you know, like the up, down, left, right, you know, A-B kind of thing right there. And just like going into that. I honestly feel like everyone will be okay with that. I'm just saying.
From a Red Dead Redemption on the Nightmare. I think it's called Bad Voodoo. Have you played that game? Yes. So this music was like, playing on my head, and then I was like, kept running, and then I arrived here. And one of my friends just told me like, dude, I saw a police station in your camera. Bail, man, just bail. And then I walk across the street, and then I came here.
You ended up sucker punching him right here, and then you ran this way, right?
Yeah.
He kind of started chasing you a little bit, and you had a little bit of a confrontation.
The chat, really? What the heck? Put out the 8-2-3-4 combo chain. What the fuck?
And then this is essentially where the altercation ended. Because he said something, you ended up running a little bit back up the stairs, and then you went, oh, okay, I gotta disengage.
Yeah, right? It's like, you know, I'm just so tired. I just want to go back home. That's it. If you want to go around and harass these people just for clout, or just do something really stupid in public, get a life, or do something.
Thanks so much for your time.
Holy shit, dude, this guy is Spider-Man. Or like, has the embodiment. He's like with true power, or... Yeah, it's like, wait, that's it, right? The true power comes with great responsibility kind of thing. Bro literally plays Red Dead Redemption 2, and he soccer punched Johnny. And then he just disengaged like an NPC. So I don't know how to feel about that, but like those words are actually facts right there. You know, I'm just saying. Anyway, let's get back onto it.
Yeah, thank you.
Operation 2 a.m. pizza secured. Now we gotta find a CU again or a 7-Eleven. Oh, right here. Okay, that made it easy. Something in here is calling my name as well. Do I want a fish ice cream? It's like a bean paste ice cream. This also looks interesting. This kind of seems like a vibe. Honey apple ice cream cone. That's probably fascinating. So in Korea, they do things where it's like...
Shit, I'm just gonna say this. Imagine, like, not having ice cream, and now you want ice cream. Well, rest in peace, bowels. I'm probably gonna get ice cream now.
They give you an ice cup, and then you buy your own drinks, and then you mix it into the ice cup, and then you have a ready-to-go drink. Oh yeah, and you can also add all these things in here as well. We have something else in mind, though. Okay, so we've now acquired our ice cups, but instead of making our own drinks inside of the 7-Eleven, which is extremely common here, we're gonna do it a little bit differently because today's video is sponsored by Gamer Subs. Shout out Gamer Subs.
You said this is probably a bad thing, but logic tip: if you start fighting, finish it. If you start a fight, be ready to finish it before the. You know what? Fair. You know, yeah. I mean, like, look, he literally picked a fight with people in Japan, South Korea, and then like Bangkok, and then that shit that happened in, was it Israel? You know, like where he slapped that was it from what was it called, the Israeli Defense Force or whatever the heck it's called, went up to like one of the females and just slapped her ass, and I'm surprised he didn't get jumped right then and there. Like, I'm surprised he lived through that, not gonna lie. I think everyone, like, as a collective whole, was saying like, please, they got the weapons, do something. I mean, I know they shouldn't do something, but I mean, to be fair, he was kind of asking for it. Like, if you guys remember that video that was circulating like whenever it came out again, I honestly do not want to remember that date. Yeah, like 100%. Like, I think everyone was like in the internet kind of doing that, kind of wishing for that.
Subs. Without them, we wouldn't be in Korea right now. What we're gonna do is we bought some water and we're gonna mix in the ice. We got the mango Gamer Subs here now. What I do
God,
like about Gamer Subs
bro, literally
it
did like,
chalky.
oh my
Also,
God,
you
he
can get
practically
Gamer Subs for
inserted an
one
ad
shaker cup today.
for Gamer Subs.
Cheers.
God damn it, chat.
Thank
Be
you.
sure
Thank
to
you
use the
so-
Gamer
Gombe.
Subs
Gombe.
code.
Gombe. Thank you so much, Gamer Subs, for sponsoring this video. That was cooking with Arling, cooking with
You got chat. Be sure to drink those Gamer Subs. Just saying. But I kind of hate that he still put them in. Like, what the fuck, dude? That was like the slickest thing. I was like expecting like him to do something, and then it's like, by the way, Gamer Subs. I was like, son of a bitch. Like, God fucking damn it. I know they were a sponsor at one point, but I was like, God damn it. But now we were using Poggers. Chat, be sure to use Poggers. Use code Lion just to get like, what was it, like 5-10% off? So yeah, feel free.
Earl, cooking with a tozy. Raise your hand if you've ever seen something like this before. Sally sells seashells by the seashore. Nailed that first try. Wait, I can't rotate that way. That's oh, okay. Dude, did you see that?
Jesus Christ.
Did you see that? I caught it.
That was the Gamer Subs.
That was purely Gamer Subs. Gamer Subs GG/Atozy. Use code Atozy, so you can have
Town Social Podcast and said, "Hey, Johnny."
I'm just gonna skip past that ad, chat. Do not use his code. Do not use it. Use my code.
$20,000. He wasn't associated with Johnny anymore, and Johnny no longer lived with him. And to be fair, are we surprised there's trouble in paradise when you have two dudes living on top of each other in a extremely small apartment for about a year? No. Especially when you consider that one of the dudes there is not making any money. He's actually just a drain on this dude's life, and he's causing a massive rift between him and his family. And this guy's family is paying for the other dude's trial. It's just not a good deal for them whatsoever.
What? Wait. Hang on. So, you're telling, you know what? Okay, all right. You know what? That was so complex right there and so stupid at the same time that you're really doing that. I honestly do not know what to say. Like, my brain just shut down. Like, it literally just shut down. It just crashed. Like, what the fuck?
Now headed to the Johnny Smalley trial. It's the day of. The trial begins in just a few hours. It's pouring rain here in Seoul, so we have the umbrellas on deck. Lock the And it's going to be interesting to see what happens today, because this apparently is supposed to be the most important trial day, because you actually have a witness, which is Bong Bong. And it'll also be really interesting to see if Bong Bong actually shows up, because it seems like there's been a lot of intimidation towards her, because Johnny Somali and the people who support him don't want her to show up and testify. But again, she's not the only one who has the deepfake charges against him.
Was there a chance that this is also the day that we get to know like the closing dates and whatnot?
Could be. And the other interesting thing that's happening today is we'll find out what the fourth obstruction of business is. Also today, the trial is actually at 4 p.m., not 9 in the morning, so the odds of him not oversleeping and showing up drunk are a lot higher, but never zero with this guy. So what are we expecting to happen today?
You know, I'm just gonna say this, chat, because I did not watch that. I just knew what happened at, like near the end result. I know he got got convicted for like most of that stuff, and it's still going. I think it was the same guy. I want to say no. Wait, hang on. I remember. I think I don't know if it was this content creator or another one. I think it was Legal Eagle. Also did the same thing. He flew over here. I like, dude. People are literally flying to South Korea to watch this guy to go to prison for the rest of his life. Like, this is like something big, like so fucking. This is like so monumental. This will probably outshine like the moon landings. Like, this is how big it's getting. Like, not gonna lie, which is just insane. I'm like, what the fuck? I mean, I got no problem with that. I mean, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. I always say. You know, and this guy literally picked a fight with everybody, and yeah, this is his consequences for that.
Today in court, we're going to hear a new charge, which is obstruction of business. We know that.
Yeah.
And we're going to hear a plea.
Yeah.
Johnny. We're going to hear him confirm his address.
Yeah.
Confirm his occupation. See what he's going to say. And then what do we got? Bong Bong.
Right. Okay.
She's going to testify, and it should be very interesting.
Well, I guess we'll check back in when we know. So Johnny's current freedom will be decided behind these doors.
Obviously, I can't film inside the court, so we did a little drawing again. So here you see the judge in the middle there, and then on one side you have the prosecution, and on the other side you have the defense. And clearly we had a very sad Johnny Somali sitting in court today. So this is essentially what it looked like. You had the translator in the middle, and then you had the prosecution and the defense on opposite sides, and obviously the judge in the middle behind what says court in Korean there.
Here's the boys. How are we feeling?
Damn, he is. Holy shit.
Did you see that strut he hit the... What were the big updates that happened?
Ow, okay. Dude, he looks like he's just now realized he's
I've
fucked.
never seen someone try to keep that
Like
straight in the face
facts.
before.
All right, so we just got out of court. What were the big updates that happened during it?
Well, we had not a surprise witness, because the definition of that is somebody who we didn't know was going to be called, but we just made a mistake about assuming who was going to be called. It actually turned out to be the Lotte World employee who had to deal with Johnny.
Oh, so we thought Bong Bong was going to be called, but it wasn't Bong Bong. It was her instead.
Yes. So that was for the obstruction of business at Lotte World, and then but Johnny changed his plea to guilty.
So therefore, she didn't have to testify.
Exactly. There's no need for her to testify.
Okay.
Said she could just go because she pled guilty. So he changed that one plea, so now we only have 2 not guilty pleas.
And the 2 that are not guilty pleas, those are both for the deepfakes or for the...
Those are both for the deepfakes.
Right.
And they're going to call witnesses for that, which is what they were arranging now.
Okay, so they did not originally want witnesses for that, or that's what...
The lawyers tried to stop it.
Okay.
Since he insists on a not guilty plea, they have to call the witnesses.
But since now witnesses are involved, that means the next trial is going to be 2 to 3 months out from now, I'm assuming.
October 24th.
October 24th is the next trial then, okay.
We're waiting a confirmation from that right now, because we always want to check, but it sounded like... You're pretty sure that sounded like October 24th. Right? Yeah.
The lawyer was asking for too much time for cross-referencing, so the judge said that prosecution said they only needed like 10-15 minutes. He wanted like 25-30 minutes.
So that means the lawyer, since the lawyer first tried to stop the testimony, or stop the witnesses, but since the court insists on the witnesses, the lawyer asked for more time than they could allocate.
Okay.
So that means he really wants to, grill the witnesses.
So would you overall say this trial went good or bad for Johnny, or this case, or this trial date?
I think it was pretty stupid.
Okay.
It was but you have a defendant who's insisting on these not guilty pleas, and you have a lawyer who was just flustered. And this was actually the first time we heard this lawyer make an argument.
Yeah, and how do you do?
His argument was that Johnny did not produce the deep fakes; he only distributed them.
Right.
To which the prosecution says, well, that's what you're accused of. You're accused of distributing them,
yeah,
regardless of whether you made them.
Yeah.
So why are you insisting on a not guilty plea? But he is. It's a paradox.
Right.
It's like basically
you
saying,
you made them, you're guilty.
Yes.
Oh, if you said you distributed them, you're guilty.
Yeah, they cannot deny having distributed them.
So, Sin, what are your thoughts on the Zerlane skins? They're good.
I think it goes back to what the
Also, hello, Hazard. How are you?
Like way back when, we said the law itself is stupid.
Right. Okay.
They're trying to argue. Yeah,
they're trying the Chewbacca defense.
Johnny. Excuse me, guys. No, okay. They don't want to be on camera.
What's interesting also is the North Korea charges that were hovering over his head, because he was actually brought in for questioning there. And he essentially got out of that by saying, hey, I didn't know what I was saying or doing. Please don't charge me.
When I go to the judge tomorrow and say, oh, I'm sorry, oh, I'm mentally ill, I don't know what's going on, I plead mentally insane. And they say, okay, go home with a fine of $500.
Well, the only problem with that is his own streams, just like everything else he does. But here, he proves that he is very aware of how serious this behavior is here.
What's the law on that? You said you read up on the law. What's the law on that North Korea?
All right, so no propaganda, bro.
No propaganda.
Like,
what is
don't carry around no.
What's the definition of propaganda?
Papers, like papers promoting Kim Jong Un, like T-shirts promoting Kim Jong Un. None of that, bro.
I ain't got no T-shirt.
No, I know, but don't be talking about him and saying he's a real god and whatnot.
What's kind of ironic of all this is clearly, as we saw in the start of this video, Johnny wanted so badly to be liked and kind of be like Ice Poseidon. But unfortunately for him, his own behavior led to him being hated even by his idol.
This is the reality of the situation, okay? I'm telling you the reality.
I'm listening.
I went to Japan before, no problems. After you did your I went to Japan, a bunch of problems. Why is that? Because of you. Made my life harder, so I do not like you.
So clearly, reality is slowly kicking in with Johnny that, hey, you're no longer playing a game. You have some serious consequences that are hanging over your head. Because it seems like he's taking this more seriously now. He still showed up late, but at least he had a fitting suit, and he didn't make a whole scene when he arrived. But the main thing I noticed looking at him was, wow, he looks incredibly defeated. But unfortunately for him, he still hasn't apologized. He's now ran out of time to apologize and get a more linear sentence here, because for some reason he
I'm just gonna say this right here, guys. He actually deserves all of this. Also, he says it's currently 1:48 a.m. right now. Oh shit, dude! Holy shit! So wait, hang out. It's 1:40. What the fuck, dude? Why the fuck are you awake? What the heck? Go to sleep. No, but like, okay, going back onto that, I gotta say it checked. Okay, so thing is, with this shit right here, I'm very happy. I'm like, he is going away for over 40 plus years, and we're not even done with the charges, and he's like doing the not guilty for the deep fakes. Dude, I'm gonna be honest with you, brother, that's posted on your fucking channel. It is right there for the whole fucking world to see. The people in fucking Korea saw that shit. It is just insane. Like, you did that on purpose. You posted that shit on purpose, and it is actually a crime in Korea to post deepfakes. Like, it is just a fucking crime. That's literally all it is. Like, so he's really gonna put not guilty. I'm not guilty, guys. I didn't make the deepfake. So he's gonna, I knowing him, he's probably gonna send something like, oh, it was a fan that made it. What kind of fan would send something like that? Also, isn't it kind of weird that a fan would send something like that? I'm just saying, like, and the fact that he also confessed to it, like he basically made a deepfake. And then he's backtracking on it. I believe like, oh man, I forgot when that was though. But I remember someone was talking about that. He actually did admit that he made that deep fake, and he's really gonna plead not guilty. Dude, he literally streams every stupid decision that he has possibly ever made. and getting caught in the act and saying, I didn't do it, I swear to God, it's someone else, it wasn't me. And meanwhile, he literally recorded it for hundreds, if not thousands of people can witness it. And on top of that, people who clipped it, because there's a lot of you guys. Not you guys in particular, because I know you guys won't want to watch something like that. I know I wouldn't watch that shit right there. That, like, and the fact that, again, he's going away for 40 years, that's like 40 years of an idiot that we don't have to deal with anymore. Now, if only they can get like Ice Poseidon and then Hassan, you know, if we can get rid of those two, I'm okay with it, because they may be doing a lot of stupid shit too lately, and it's getting to the point, I think a lot of people are getting annoyed of those guys, and I think they just want to see them like gone. So I'm really hoping that once they see him go to prison, I honestly feel like maybe they may backtrack on all these stupid little decisions they've been making and learning and not wanting to do that shit again. So then we can actually have inner peace. I'm just saying. Because, dude, like, if you guys have not seen the, like, okay, Chaz probably knows, because some of you guys have shared that to me with the Hassan Piker stuff. It's, yeah, like, my thoughts are just like what Moist Critical and all the others said. Yeah, he's that kind of guy. I'm not going to go into more on that, because I'm not going to want to start fighting with his community or even him, because I honestly feel like I feel like I'd get more fun of fighting a rock that is not even moving and having a conversation with it than with any one of those guys. I'm just saying, like, I would literally just watch paint dry. I'm not joking. I would actually watch paint dry instead of actually trying to talk to them or any of that stuff that they're doing, saying you really shouldn't do this shit. I mean, they obviously know they shouldn't do this shit. The community as a whole knows they shouldn't do that shit, but yet here they are doing it anyway. I'd rather just watch paint dry, to be honest with you. I feel like I'd get more engagement off that. "41 years. 41 years. I don't know why I was thinking 42 years. I guess I must have wanted to add in an extra 2 years. So, I mean, he's definitely going to be getting more from that right there. So I'm okay with that. So that's 4 years. I believe he's like 20. So by the time he gets out, it will be like, damn. Okay, yeah, he actually won't be able to come back. Yeah, he's done. Make it 80. Come on, make it 80. At that point, that's like life in South Korea. I believe I told you guys how the prison system in South Korea is, but I mean, to be fair, he didn't assault an entire country, so I honestly feel like the people in the prison system probably know of him, but not in the way you would like to be known. So that's why I said I give him a fraction of that time. At best, if he manages to get like somehow survive the gulag, within that time frame that I'm thinking of, a fraction of that, since like 40 years, like a quarter of that. I honestly feel like if he survives a quarter of that 41 years, I'll actually be impressed, not gonna lie. All right, and now on to the little segment that we always like to do every Sunday, and that's the Meanwhile segment on the internet. Meanwhile, the FDA warns not to eat specific great value frozen shrimp at Walmart due to the possible radioactive contamination. So, so this is basically going to be you if you eat that. Yeah, you're just going to be glowing. You're just going to be a giant light. Yeah, but I don't even know how you managed to do that, though. Like, you just make radioactive shrimp. Like, and meanwhile, we can make radioactive spiders to have Spider-Man. Like, what the fuck? Come on. So I know to eat the 2-pound great value raw shrimp. Basically, you're going to be Shrimp Man. I'm just saying. You heard of Spider-Man? You heard of Squirrel Girl? Shrimp Man. All right. Meanwhile, on the internet, Cracker Barrel stock prices have fallen over 10%, almost 200 million in value, just after the local change. You know, someone did show me that technically the Cracker Barrel is still there if you turn it horizontally. Yeah, like if you turn it the other way, it's literally still there. I kind of hate that, bro. I honestly feel like if I were to make a design, the fact that they make these designs so simple, so basic, so boring, and they're like, look guys, and the fact that they even said like, hey, you know, we love Cracker Barrel, we love the nostalgia that it feeds, so we're just gonna change everything about it, starting with the logo. What the fuck? Am I the only one that felt that? I was like, what the fuck? But you just said this was like a great place, has a lot of nostalgia, and then they're like, well, we gotta modernize it, and it's like they literally threw that first half out the window. I was like, oh, okay. I don't like this, but yeah, money. What money? They lost a good amount. Yeah. And to be fair, Cracker Barrel kind of mid. Like their chairs, I honestly do not like their chairs. That's the one thing that I do not like. The chairs are probably like the most uncomfortable thing I've ever sat in, like by far. I've been to a lot of places. They've changed a lot of names to a lot of places. I don't know if you guys remember. I don't know if this is like more or less outside of Texas, but I think it is. Hang on. It's like Village Inn, and then they changed it to something called Buttersmiths, and I'm like, and after they were talking about the same thing too, they're like, you know, we want things to be nostalgia, bro. I literally feel like every time I walk into that place now, I feel like I'm walking into a sane asylum, like dead ass. Oh, and here it is right now. Hang on, someone actually has a picture of it. So this is the old-fashioned one, very, very classic. You know, so this was, yeah. It is, so, wait. What the fuck? I feel like, why is everything going white inside now? Like, what the fuck? I mean, not everything. Like the chairs are dark, but like I kind of hate that color scheme. I don't know why that's the thing that people are putting on right now. You know, like let's just get the plainest insane asylum like background and just put it on something, and we'll just say it's new. Like what the fuck? I'm just saying, am I the only one that sees that lately? It's like they're trying to make everything look all basic, no effort made, and it's looking like one of those like movies that you would see like in the you're like going into the future, and it's like everything's like all basic and boring, and you're just like, wow, this shit is so horrible. And then it's like some kind of revolt happens, and you know, people die, and then Michael Bay explosion, all that kind of shit, and then they realize like, oh my god, it was this all along, holy shit, we were so stupid. And then anyway, I kind of hate how they've just been doing stuff like this lately. Meanwhile, on the internet, the FBI has caught someone spending more than $140K on Pokemon cards and on video games with their company credit card. He is sentenced to 4 months in federal prison and was ordered to pay back the $146,000 in restitution. But Your Honor, you see, I was trying to get the shiny Charizard, and I got it. I believe that should not count as a federal prison right there. How do you do that? Also, that is wild. Just like buying Pokemon cards with the company credit card and video games and not coming out with any shiny from that is almost a crime itself. Not getting a shiny on that. Which is funny because he's also going to federal prison for 4 months and has to pay back all that money. Let's hope he got that shiny Charizard, because at least that will probably cut him a little bit of money. You know, I mean, obviously he's gonna have to give everything back though, but it'll make it easier. Yeah. I swear, it's always something with Pokemon cards nowadays. I remember there was always something so like, just, I don't know, maybe it might be nostalgia, but when I was always collecting Pokemon cards, I always found joy in that. Now that I see the shit that's been going on, I kind of lost that. So anyway, chat, We're like our sponsor, Pokemon TCG. I'm just kidding, not sponsor, but I've been literally telling you guys about this game like crazy. I honestly feel like it's better than the card game. You don't have to deal with the annoying people who always try to buy all the Pokemon cards and then you have to fight them for it. Like all the time. That is literally everything I see on the internet nowadays. Same like Costco, Sam's, all that kind of stuff. Fights everywhere for just one fucking limited edition box, and it's just insane. It is just insane. Oh my god, it was never this bad, but here we are, fighting and spending the Pokemon cards with company credit card. Absolute insanity. But that is it for today, chat. Ow. Immediately hit my finger on that. Thank you all so much for coming by. If you have any suggestions for video suggestions, feel free to put up in the Discord. I try to look at that every now and then. Or if you have anything at all news related, put it in the suggestion box too. I'll look at it next Sunday. And we'll see what's going on from there. But thank you all so much for coming by. Have a most wonderful rest of your Sunday. And I will see you then. There we go. Alright, so now that we got the YouTube video done, let's see. I think other than that, that is it right now. Alright, so let's see. For schedule wise, I'm gonna try to put most of this week for Pokemon Emerald chat. That's the first thing we're gonna do because we do have all this stuff that we gotta do on Pokemon. We're not even done. I also did realize that game's a lot more harder than I remember. Yeah, I may have fucked up a little bit on that one. Yep, but the next one we're gonna play, because I never got to play this one. So this is Pokemon Crystal. This was like Game Boy Color. The fact that they have that on a discount too. But they're probably not the original versions of it as well. I want to play this one, but I want to play the original gold version of Pokemon and then silver. That one came out in 1999. Holy shit. Pokemon Yellow 1998. Oh my god. Oh god. I missed out on a lot of stuff. Holy shit, man. But this one might be the next game we go into. I'm just going into the nostalgia at this point. We might actually play like the old school Legend of Zelda at some point too in time. But right now we're going to try to get the Pokemon out the way. And for some reason I also want to play the old OG Pokemon Diamond, not the horrible remake one, because there's a lot of stuff missing on that. And obviously the one game that I'm surprised they didn't do, and that's Pokemon Platinum. So that's probably going to be the schedule for right now. And obviously, you know, we have Helldivers 2. You know, we'll probably play that on Friday. Monday, obviously it's Mariner Monday, we gotta play Azurlane. So there is that. Or I might actually change it to go Pokemon and just... because I do want to finish that right away. So it might be Pokemon, it might be Azurlane. I might change it later on this evening. But thank you all so much for coming by. I need to get to editing the thumbnail and also editing the video too. Thank you all so much for coming by. I'm not going to rate anybody just because I do have to get going because I gotta get all this stuff done, and then I also gotta go and pick up some stuff at the same time. So have a most wonderful rest of your Sunday, and I will see you guys on Monday. Bye. Bye Hazard. Bye Psycho. Bye everyone else on YouTube. Bye everyone else on Twitter, X, Twitch, whatever the heck it is called. I don't know. Bye.